To win, you got to not lose.
Okay. All right. Got to transition here. Boop. All right. Wing it. Good day, everybody. Welcome back to Tardaria Tuesdays. Thank you all very much for attending this edition of Tardaria Tuesdays. Now, I was going to be playing a game today, but, I mean, I still can play a game. That's never going to... They're never going to stop me from playing the game, but I don't know what to play today. So I didn't really have an idea and plan for doing this stream. All I knew is that I had to do one. Yeah. But good to see you guys. Good to see y'all. Tyler Heller with a very generous $2 super chat, by the way. Thank you very much, good sir. He posted the Squidtard store there. I haven't updated that in a little bit, but I plan to get back on that and a whole bunch of other stuff sometime this weekend. So yeah, definitely go check out the Squidtard store if you haven't already. There might be something there that you might want to check out. I know Matty Sims is in here right now. He got a Clown of the Week shirt, and I don't know if I can show it. I don't know if he'll let me show it on the screen, but he did. He got a Clown of the Week t-shirt from the Squidtard store, and you can get many other things like that if you check it out. But yeah, good to see you guys in here. What's up, Goob, fellow channel moderator? What is the committee smoking when it comes to Miami? Let's take a look at that, shall we? Hold on. Let's take a look at that real quick, why don't we? Because that is important. That is important. We will not deny that. Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, I mean this is absolutely crazy. I will say that much. So yeah, this was of course the college football playoff poll literally just happened right now. They just dropped everything, and yeah, this is what it looks like. So yeah, we got let's see, we got Cincinnati 25, South Florida 24, Tennessee 23. We got Pitt, and then excuse me, Iowa. Wasn't Iowa like 23 last week? Did they go up for losing? Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Iowa like 23 or something? That doesn't make any sense to me. You don't get to go up for losing. Now, if you lose, the worst. I mean, the best that should happen to you if you lose a game. Okay, they were 18. Yeah, I thought so. Anyway, the best that should happen if you lose a game is that you stay where you are in the rankings. Like when Tennessee lost to Georgia off the in overtime, we didn't go down any. We were 15 before, 15 afterwards. That's how I think it should be. No team should go up for losing. They tried that with Texas when they played Alabama back in 22. Stupid. But anyway, 23-16, Louisville, Virginia. I think that was very, very generous, by the way. Both Louisville and Virginia lost to pretty bad teams. Michigan, USC, and Georgia Tech there at 16. They're going to need some help. Then Miami at 15, which, I got to be honest, that's pretty dadgum crazy. First off, Louisville and Miami both have 2 losses, right? Yeah, they do. And then Miami lost to Louisville head-to-head, right? Yes, they did. On top of that, Miami also has a loss to SMU. And I wonder what would happen if we looked at SMU's schedule and see who they lost to. Ain't that a something right there? See, I'm not really sure where they're going with Miami there, but I think 15's way too high. They got Vandy at 14, Utah 13, BYU right in front of them at 12, Oklahoma 11, Texas 10, and that's all of that is just split head to head, so that makes pretty much good. That makes a lot of sense to me. Anyway, Notre Dame 9. And again, I mean, I get the head-to-head thing here. Notre Dame's got 2 losses, one of them to Miami, though. So, I don't know. They join a conference. Anyway, yeah. Oregon 8, Ole Miss 7, Texas Tech 6. I think Texas Tech should be 5. The way Georgia's been playing to me just does not look like a top 5 team. They've got great wins. To me, they don't have it. But I guess we'll find out more about them this week. Anyway, Georgia 5, Bama 4. Texas A&M 3, Indiana 2, Ohio State 1. So pretty much most of the top unchanged in its entirety, which makes pretty good sense. You know, I don't really think the top should be changed. Now I had A&M number 1 because I think they are, or at least have looked like the best team. But you know, I mean, I get it. Ohio State, they started out well ahead of A&M in the preseason. And then Indiana, you know, they have, in my opinion, the best win of anybody up there in the top 5. Texas A&M's got some great wins for sure, but Indiana's got the single best win, I think. That road win over Oregon, that was a huge dub. How the hell are Texas and Notre Dame top 10? What have they actually done? Notre Dame, I can't tell you the answer to that. But, I mean, to Texas's credit, I mean, they at least have the win over Oklahoma. That has to count for something. But that's, for the most part, that's about it. I'm not really sure Texas should be that high anyway. But if you put Texas lower, you got to put Oklahoma lower, too. I mean, I guess the whole quality Wasis thing really doesn't matter to the playoff committee. Because, hey, they sure aren't giving you the benefit of the doubt when it comes to that. If you lose, you lose. That's for sure. Yeah, to me, pretty much everything here doesn't seem really egregious to me, except for Miami being ranked that high, and then Virginia and Louisville being ranked in the top 20 still. If you want to talk about Notre Dame having no quality wins, dadgum Virginia is that squared. No, they're that cubed. They're that dadgum cubed. They literally have no big win. Their best win right now is over like a 3-5 Florida State. That's their best win. So, yeah, no, Virginia is not. They're not a good team. In my eyes, they're not a top 25 team. And this isn't me trying to rag on Virginia. They just haven't looked to that par yet. Pretty much the entire ACC in bulk, though, looks like that. The entire ACC is just this.
My grandkids could do better than that.
Straight up, my grandkids could do better than that. I mean, okay, that is true. I did forget about the Louisville win, which, how in the world did they do that? But again, they have the bad losses to NC State and now Wake Forest at home. But yeah, no, I did forget about the Louisville win. But again, how much does that count? Because, well, that's over each other. Then again, though, who am I kidding? The computers could do way better. Yeah, bring back the BCS. Where the BCS at? Anyway, yeah, that's the playoff poll for you. About as expected. I don't think Cincinnati was ranked last week, so at least they're back in the top 25 for the first time in I don't really remember how long, but they're back. So is Pitt. Pitt being ranked again is pretty interesting, I will say that. But again, they look good too. And besides, Notre Dame's going to need at least one quality win in order to convince people that they're worth anything. So what's the game for the day? I have no idea. I considered doing a Serious Sam 4 because I've had it on here for a bit, but I don't know. I mean, I know this PC can handle it, but all day long it's been having trouble. Literally all day long it's been having some type of problem. I had to restart it earlier because everything was laggy, and then when I started the stream, the bit rate went down for a little while, so I had to drop the bit rate. Oh, hi, Scooter. Scooter's here. Hey, buddy. Come here, you. Scooter's here. I know you guys can't see him, but Scooter is indeed here. You come here, little buddy. Hey, don't be camera shy. He's gonna be camera shy. He's under the bed. Yeah, I would put him on the screen, but again, he vanished. Maybe, you know what? I should find a way to put the cat cam under the bed. Quiplash. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Did you hear what Lane Kiffin said about A&M? Lane Kiffin says a lot of things, but I will I'll take a look. Let's see what Lane Kiffin said about A&M. So this was yesterday, right? All right. I'm assuming this is what you're talking about. So let me give it a watch and see for myself. So this was Lane Kiffin makes the case for Texas A&M to be number 1. Texas A&M being number 3. What more do you want them to do to be number 1? They went up to Notre Dame and won. What good did that do if they're not rewarded? They have the highest metrics of anybody and not number 1. Is that right?
Last week, so I'm just a little curious now that the first CFP rankings are out, where you guys were, where the league was. Were you encouraged by that?
I think in some ways a little bit, but I think that some other people have pointed out. In other ways, no. Like, Texas A&M being 3. What more do you want them to do to be 1?
Not be
like
8
I said,
and 4.
when people want to schedule, and they say, okay, man,
their
we need
credit,
to
they
schedule
did.
hard teams. You're going to have now 9 SEC and then play another hard one. Well, they went up to Notre Dame. Might as well be in different leagues, not conferences, different leagues. So those people that say, man, those schedules are worth it to play that. What if they didn't play Notre Dame? If they just played whoever and just had an easy win, they'd be ranked in the same spot. So what good did that do if that's not rewarded?
Scooter
so
went
they got
out.
the highest metrics of everybody.
Here,
they're not number 1. So I don't know. Again, you talk about those 2 teams right there. Put them on a neutral site. Ask Vegas who would win. What's the spread? And that to me shows more than people sitting around.
There we go. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Lane Kiffin is one of those guys who always, whenever we're talking about when trying to prop up an SEC team, it's always going to be what would the spread be if those 2 teams met on a neutral field. It's the hypothetical thing. It's why it's why the SEC is made fun of so much for the hypothetical wins thing, because the coaches too try to prop up the SEC to the highest of their ability. Now, granted, you've got dummies like Pat and our dummy over at Pittsburgh who have said things like the ACC is the best conference. So, I get propping up the best conference, but we got to stop with this whole thing about, Texas A&M would be put them up against like Ohio State on a neutral field and see what happens. I guarantee you right now, 100 times out of 100, Ohio State would be the favored team over Texas A&M. Doesn't mean they'd win at 100 out of 100 times, but it does mean that for every matchup they have, Ohio State would be the favorite. That's just the way it is. So we gotta stop. We gotta stop talking about the SEC just being like this god level conference. It's gonna go undefeated in every single matchup ever in the history of history. Now we are hypothetical champions of the world. Don't forget that. We are indeed champions of the hypotheticals. I'd argue they should be above Indiana, but not above Ohio State. Well, Indiana, I think, has the best win. I think they have. The Notre Dame win is very good. That Notre Dame win is probably one of the top 3 wins of anybody. But that Oregon win, that's probably, to me, I think that was the best win that anybody had. And unfortunately, Indiana has that. Now, there's more metrics to go off of, but when we're talking about the best win, I do think Indiana has the best win. All that to say, I think A&M is a way stronger strength of schedule, and that does, they take that into account too. Again, though, as long as A&M does what they need to do, it's not going to matter. They're both going to get buys, and it might benefit them too, depending on who they're matched up against from the first round. So take that into consideration as well. I think Ohio State would be favored, but not Indiana. If A&M and Indiana met on neutral field, yeah, I'd probably say Indiana would be probably a 4 point dog. Nothing more than that, though. At this point, Indiana they're a heavy favorite in a lot of their matchups now. For as much as A&M deserves credit for making it this far, they're up against South Carolina this week, and South Carolina has been a bump in the A&M road 2 of the last 3 years. Yeah, but it's only been on the road. A&M has only had a problem with South Carolina when it's in in Williams-Brice. And from my knowledge, South Carolina is having to go to the 12th man field. They're having to go to Kyle Field. I expect A&M to handle business pretty easily in that. To a lot of SEC people, strength of schedule is all that matters. Yes, that is absolutely right. You heard it from Alabama fans last year, and you're going to probably hear it from, unfortunately, Tennessee fans this year. I'm not going to be saying it because I'm not stupid enough to run around and say, oh, we only got the 3 losses. Look at our quality win. We ain't got no quality wins. We got quality losses, and that ain't good enough to get into the playoffs, I would think. True Squid, about the same time with as bananas as things have been. Perchance. You're not gonna gaslight me into thinking Tennessee's making the playoffs. Let's be real here. Let me ask you something. I've got this. Obviously, I made this VTuber model not too long ago, but I'm thinking about making it a like changing it up every so often. Like getting the dark mode. Imagine a dark mode VTuber. That's what I should do. I should do that. Along with that, I should maybe do one for more college teams for funsies. That would be fun. We sort of suffer the same problem as Ohio State. It's that we both have gotten cupcake schedules. Yeah, granted, it's not. It's nobody's fault that every other team. It's definitely not A&M or Ohio State's fault that every other team that they play is absolute dog water. That's not their fault. It just so happens that's how the cookie crumbles at the end of the day. 3-loss Texas might make it in. No other three loss at larges. And the only reason I would see Texas making it in is if they're like a loser, or if they like lose in the regular season, somehow make it to the SEC championship, which is probably not happening, and then win it. But again, we're talking about the SEC here. That don't happen in the SEC. That's only something that happens in Tank Conference. Daggum 3-loss Clemson winning the conference and making the playoffs. But again, rules have changed. You're not getting into the playoffs just by winning the conference. I think you still do, but you don't get like a first round bye or anything. Tennessee is making the playoffs after upsetting Vanderbilt. No. We could upset Vandy. I'd like that. I'd like that personally if we could, because that means we shut them down from their playoff run, and that gives me a lot of joy. That would give me a lot of joy to see, but don't think it's happening. I don't really know what to think. I've got to see. This matchup upcoming against New Dumbass State or whatever isn't going to really say anything. But the one afterwards against Florida, that'll be the truth teller. Not just for like the matchup against Vandy or anything, but for everything beyond that as well. If a Napier-less Florida can get Hugh Freeze out and Northwestern can get James Franklin there's so many twists, and a new twist wouldn't be as shocking. Yeah, no, we still got 4. What have we got? We're heading on to week 12 now. So we got, if I'm right, 4 more weeks of the regular season. Anything can happen from now and between then, and I guarantee you that throughout these next 4 weeks, they're going to amp up on the coaching fires, at least to some degree. Because a lot of programs wait until November to really drop the gauntlet on their coach. I'm expecting that to happen at least at some point in due time. Change up a little bit. Your VTuber will look fire no matter what he wearing. Yeah, I'm thinking about going with the dark mode at some point in time. I could make it on here for you guys, but if I went to the VTube studio right now, that'd probably mess with the one I've got on here right now. So I'll do it another time, and then I'll make sure to show you guys. Rivalry game weekend will be wild. It always is. That's something I do know for a fact, but it is definitely going to be entertaining. This season overall has just been really, really exciting to watch. And a lot of it has been because, again, there's always going to be some parity in the sport because, you know, there's like buying a roster isn't all that matters. Having the most talented roster obviously isn't the thing that matters the most. I mean, Penn State had a super talented roster and was projected to go to the national championship. Look what happened to them. Texas is right there with them. I mean, the top 3 teams this year were Penn State, Texas, and Ohio State in terms of a so-called talent composite. And 2 of them, well, one of them is a dumpster fire. One of them is hanging on by a thread to their playoff hopes. And then I guess the other one has held on to expectations pretty well. But I mean, who would have expected, like, you know, BYU to be where they are, Indiana to be where they are, especially Indiana to be where they are. But, like, you know, nobody would have expected that. Nobody would have expected Alabama to make this much of a comeback. I mean, I could have expected it. They're a pretty good team. But I mean, Utah. I mean, Vandy in the top 15. You know, there's a lot of parity in this year, and I think that's got a lot of people excited. Notice how people aren't complaining about SEC, SPN now that they're going to games that aren't the SEC. No, they're still going to complain about it. When it's convenient to them, they're going to make sure to complain about it. That's for sure. And a lot of it is fueled by Florida State and Ohio State fans constantly crying about, where did the bias, where, which is weird. Okay, I get it from Florida State fans because they're a poverty program right now and really don't have anything to do other than rag on the SEC for their shortcomings, which, again, look at your conference. Look at your dadgum conference. So, I don't get it. I don't get where the SEC beating me, where? Oh my goodness, shut up. Well, let's see. So by my research, the regular season ends when the calendar flips to December. So 14 weeks total, and we're going into week 12. Is that? I thought it was 15 weeks because we had 2 bye weeks. Let me check it on that. I've got a calendar right here. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so week 12. Yeah, we only got 3 more weeks of the regular season. Holy hell, dude! This season is absolutely flown by. I prefer SEC ESPN to impartial ESPN, so that has to, or I prefer SEC ESPN to impartial ESPN that has to throw a bone to the ACC and Big 12 matchups that are complete waste of time beatdowns. Yeah. Now I was the one who thought BYU Texas Tech was actually going to be a really good game, and that really disappointed me because it wasn't. It doesn't mean that the SEC is not filled with its usual, you know. The SEC gets its blowouts every now and then, and Ohio State fans will be the first to tell you about that one time game day showed up to Columbus when Tennessee played there. Oh, they couldn't go. There's something special, I'll tell you that much. Is Kent State playing football right now? I have no idea if they are or not. I haven't been looking. Yeah, week 15 is just Army-Navy. Yeah, no, because I knew there was a selective week for Army-Navy, and that's December 6th, or is it December 13th? Okay, yeah, no, I think it's December 13th because December 6th that's the conference championships, and then after that is just the bowl games and all the hoo-ha, just the bowl games. I had a tweet of mine actually go popular, at least to some degree, a little bit popular, because there was updated bowl projections right here. This was yesterday, and I mean, interesting stuff here. Citrus Bowl, Michigan versus Vandy. So obviously this is projecting us to lose to Vandy. And then the one right here really caught my eye, the dadgum Music City Bowl, my absolute nightmare. So I just basically tweeted out public protest if this happens. And you got a little bit of engagement. Nothing too special though. You wouldn't believe it, but a lot of Tennessee fans think the same way that I do. This bowl sucks. It is a dadgum piece of crap. I hate it with every fiber in my body. this daggum bowl game. And it's not just because I had an ugly experience there. It's just a terrible place to be. Nissan Stadium is the only thing that retributes that, and even it is like a mid NFL stadium at best. But I mean, the whole entire thing is just a daggum mess. They don't even try to paint the end zones, you know. They don't even try. You can still see the Tennessee Titans end zone literally, like you can see it just clear as day. And it wasn't like a one-off thing when we played there either. I saw it last year too, and I saw it the year before that. They literally just do not care to paint the end zones, and the rest of it is just it follows suit. It's awful. It's awful. One worst bowl ever. Yeah. Music City Bowl, more like Music City Bowl. Am I right? You are right about that. We should have been in Oklahoma then? Yes. Yes, we are aware. I'm not saying that we don't deserve it. That's not what I'm saying at all. If we do lose out, the rest of our games except for our high school game and finish out 7-5, yeah, I won't lie. We'll probably deserve to be in this ether, but I can assure you, I'd much rather go. Like what bowl games are on here? Like the Fenway Bowl. Let's see, where is it projecting the worst SEC team to go? No, not the Gator Bowl. Like Duke's Mayo, I'd much rather go there. I would much rather go there. Yeah, I really would not want to go to the Music City. I mean, not good enough for Rely Quest, not right now at least. Yeah, there aren't many SEC teams in bowl games because either they suck too bad or they're good enough to make the playoffs. Look at how many SEC teams are in here. Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss. That's only 3. Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss. Oh. Never mind. Pfft. I thought there would be more. Fortunately, they're replacing it with a new domed Nissan Stadium. Yeah, that is going to be an upgrade. And I don't know how the Music City Bowl is going to do that. But they need to change the management. In order to make that bowl game anything worth anyone's time, they have to change the management. Otherwise, it's just going to be this bowl game that nobody wants to go to because it sucks. It absolutely sucks. The end zones are half painted. Everything else is half-assed too, including the ref ball there. Yeah, they throw some random ass ACC refs out there, and then it's the worst thing you've ever seen in your life. It's awful. I hate it. Take me to the Pinstripe Bowl. I'll go there. Where's the Snoop Dogg Bowl? Dude, take me there. Take me to the Snoop Dogg Bowl. Yeah. Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Development Dan Mullen in the Arizona Bowl. I thought Tennessee fans would hate the Citrus Bowl more. No. Because the Citrus Bowl, I mean, yes, the joke's like ha-ha, tee-hee, funny, ha-ha. But it's also, like, it's a night, like, they at least attempt to make the fan experience and the overall game experience at least somewhat acceptable. Like, it will never have the energy like the Pop-Tart Bowl has, because the Pop-Tart Bowl is just a whole brand new demon. But, it not being the Music Shitty Bowl, it goes a long way, I'll tell you what. The worst SEC team is confirmed not to be bowling. Hello, Hog City. I think you missed Texas A&M at the lower middle. Yeah, so did everybody else. There are 4 SEC teams in that playoffs. Yeah, I just flat out missed them for funsies. The Cheez-It Bowl is the worst because the players have to wake up feeling the cheesiest coach. Well, there's no Cheez-It Bowl anymore. The Cheez-It Bowl has been gone for a while. Now, the Citrus Bowl is sponsored by Cheez-It, so I guess you could say it's the Cheez-It Bowl, but that doesn't count. That's Mickey Mouse. And that right there is why we're still 3rd. Yep, it's my fault. How'd you know? I did it. Squidtard's fault. Daggum Squidtard, bro. SMH shaking my head. What'd you have to go and do that for? Here's the difference between the AP poll and the CFP poll. Not that it necessarily matters. Most of them are pretty much the same. The top 5 is the same. The difference is Texas Tech is down to 8 in the AP, and they're up to 6 in the CFP. Ole Miss is 6 in AP, 7 in the CFP. So they basically switch those teams around. And then the rest of them are pretty much the same. So literally the only difference between the AP and the CFP is Texas Tech's, it's where they are. That's literally the only difference. Everything else is exactly the same. Mickey Mouse like UGA, daggum right. You're catching on now. I want Georgia to have to play a bowl game in Orlando at some point. Chef's kiss. I agree. Take him to dadgum Disney World, please. They need to go spend some time in the Magic Kingdom. I'm just not looking forward to Pitt hosting game day against Notre Dame. First, I won't be as far from that as I like. Second, I'd rather see a Meteor take that one. And third, it's ranked. All those are important reasons. Rather play Bama. The Mickey Mouse will pull some wacky shit. Rather play Bama. Yeah, no. I'm expecting the SEC championship, no matter who's in it, to go, oh, Georgia's down big. Oh, it's over. Georgia ain't making the playoffs. They're getting blown out. And then out of nowhere, guess what? The third quarter is gonna happen. And they're going to score, they're going to score 4 touchdowns in one quarter. And then suddenly, oh, my goodness, Georgia's back. Oh, they're the closest team ever in history. Oh, God save the Queen.
Save the Queen!
Georgia can be Mickey as they like, as long as they beat Texas. Yeah, I mean that from your perspective, that's reasonable. Won't argue that. That drink good. Send its game day to UMass. No, game day missed out on the best one. They missed out on 0-6 Penn State and 0-6 Michigan State battling for bowl eligibility and a win in the conference. Because they're 3-6. Both of them are 3-6, but they're 0-6 in the Big Ten. This isn't just for bowl eligibility, but it's also for getting a conference win. So it's going to be great. I think it's on CBS, actually, which is hilarious, by the way. That's the funniest thing I heard. Dadgum CBS getting the 3-6 Penn State and Michigan State, bro. That is insanity. I didn't set up the all right thing on this channel, but that guy, appreciate the 5. Very, very generous of you. Thank you, says. Opinion on New Year's Six Bowl or home sites in second round? I have to take a look at the bracket. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Because that's the first thing I got to look at. I got to actually see the bracket. I know it's somewhere on the TV. Or here on the screen. CFP bracket. My Texas Longhorns, too inconsistent with Arch Manning. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so this is what the bracket looks like. I think I had it up on the screen and then just removed it. But yeah, here's the bracket for you. Boy, this would be some fun games here. I will definitely say that much. Whew. Oh boy. Out of the I think to me the most entertaining one would be Texas at Ole Miss. At least to me. Seeing Arch Manning go into the Grove, face off against Trinidad Chambliss. I think they'd put up a really good fight. I think the Texas defense would be the story there. If they could at least shut down Trinidad to some ability like LSU did, I think Texas's offense is a hell of a lot better than LSU's, even as mid as it is. if Arch can at least do something there, then they're going to put up a pretty good fight. And then they got to face Indiana. My goodness. See, what I wish would happen is Miami gets the 10 seed. They go to Ole Miss. And then Texas, they get the 11 seed. They're forced to go back to Lubbock to face off against Texas Tech. And then the winner, whoever that is between them, whoever the winner of that is between them has to go and face Texas A&M. Oh, boy. Oh, what a game. What a game. And then Notre Dame and Oregon facing off. The winner has to play Ohio State. Oh, boy. Talk about flashbacks in that one. Yeesh. And then, Alabama, I think they get the screw job here because we know the mouse is getting past South Florida. And then knowing our luck, Bama. I mean, Bama could beat Georgia again, which would be really, really funny. But I don't know. I do not want that bracket. I would rather see us play Ohio State first round than either Georgia or South Florida. Oh, yeah, I forgot. The 2 times that you played South Florida, they gave you a hell of a fight. I forgot that. Yeah, no, that's right. And Alex Golish's first year, he went into Tuscaloosa and basically played Bama down to the wire. I forgot about that part. And then you all got jealous in the last 5 minutes and ran up the score. You wanted to try and prove a point. Vandy's best season ever, and they're not even in the playoff picture. Womp womp. That's real tough. That's real tough. That's what I'm saying. That would be, to me, that would... Considering how loud Vandy fans have been and how loud Diego Pavia has been, I think it would be a real big cherry on the Sunday of a season that we've had if we actually got the jump over Vandy, beat them at home, ruin their playoff hopes. Oh boy, please let that happen. That would be haha. Texas Tech versus Texas A&M would be peak cinema. Oh, I agree. Well, that's why I hope Texas gets into that spot rather than Miami, because then that guarantees that we're going to get 2, not just 1, but 2 of those Texas battles that are going to be absolute cinema. Yeah, I know the quarterfinals are all neutral sites. They'll be the New Year's Six Bowls. Imagine if they go to Pasadena. That'd be weird. Texas and Texas A&M in the Rose Bowl. Why is Notre Dame 9? Well, because they're ranked 10 right now in the playoff poll. Or they actually are ranked 9. I don't know. And as long as they went out, they're going to be in. They're just not going to move like ahead of some of these heavy hitters because they're too scared to join a conference. So they may or may not get the benefit of a like they're not getting a bye. They're not getting a first round bye. That's known. But if they went out, they could potentially host, but very highly doubt it. I don't know. Maybe. But it certainly does make things interesting, I'll say that much. Besides their Notre Dame, yeah. I got a Notre Dame video along the way. I've got to really plan it out, but I plan to work on that after my my SEC video that I made in the off season. I was going to make a Notre Dame video, and I'm still planning on doing it. I just don't know when I'm going to get around to actually doing it. But it will be done. That I do know. That I do know is that it absolutely 100% will be done. Oh yeah, I forgot the doo-doo bowl's going on right now. Akron and Kent State. I totally forgot about that, dude. What's the score? Like 3-0? 0-0? Probably. Notre Dame is losing to Pitt this week. Be pretty entertaining if that were the case. Here's oh boy, look at this. These are the list of coaches that got fired over the season so far. So I guess if I'm ranking this based on the top job to the bottom of head coach vacancies, I would say at the top is LSU. I think LSU is the top job. Number 2 would be Penn State. I think 3 is Florida. 4 is probably Auburn. It's close, but I would probably say it's Auburn. Despite being in the dumpster fire that they're in right now, I mean, Florida is in a similar situation. You know, Auburn, they've got a lot of money, especially because of their boosters. I think they're a pretty good job market as compared to everything else. I think 5 is Virginia Tech, because they do put a lot of they put a lot of revenue into their football program, just not an insane amount. They aren't a top tier job, but they are a respectable program. Let's see, 6 would probably, in my eyes, I would say 6 is Oklahoma State. It's a close race, but I would say 6 is Oklahoma State, 7 is Arkansas. And then it really narrows it down there. Then I guess UCLA would be 8, Stanford 9, Oregon State 10, UAB 11, then Colorado State 12. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe. May just be me. Florida is better than Penn State. I'd argue it's a coin flip with LSU. LSU is being a mismanaged mess at the moment. It might rather work. Well, yeah, no, I'm just talking about, like, just the job itself. Because everything surrounding LSU right now is a flat-out mess. No, I will not deny that in the slightest. Everything else about the situation LSU is in, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. That guy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you, good sir. He says, currently watching the SEC Network to watch the FSU UF game. And good God, it's like the North Korean news channel. I haven't watched. I haven't watched since my Bulls beat UF. Ooh. Well. First of all, congratulations on the win there, and thank you for that. By the way, that was you did me some good favors watching South Florida go in there and beat Florida. That was a pretty big haha by me. I very much enjoyed that. But yeah, no, that Florida State Florida game, my goodness, dude, they're gonna have to air that in the Palmetto Bowl on Nick Jr. LSU is getting Kenny Burns or Joe Judge, and they're going to like it. Yes, let Kenny Burns come back, please. Kenny Burns, bro, he'd be a beast right now at UMass. Because UMass daggum winless. Right? UMass is still on the quest for 0-12. So, take that into consideration. I honestly think Colorado State is a better job given how UAB's athletic department always seemed to be strapped for cash and always acting like a bunch of broke boys trying to penny pitch all the time. That I do not know about. I don't know about the penny pitching situation at UAB. They've been sort of under the radar ever since their program shut down and came back a while back. And so it's been about 10 years now that they've recuperated, and they've had a couple of good seasons, but just where they've been at right now, obviously not where UAB wants to be. I think they have a higher ceiling of expectation than Colorado State. So because of that, I would say maybe the Rams is a better job because the ceiling of expectations is just way lesser than. But, I mean, that could be a good thing, though, if you're UAB, because if you have a higher ceiling of expectations, more than likely you're going to have higher resources to use because of that, which potentially means more money, more NIL to recruits, better payments for coaches, which then you can get you some better coordinators, because let's be real, coordinators are mattering a whole lot more now. We've seen it. We're seeing more and more coaches trying to, mismanage, manage the offense themselves or the defense or whatever else. And it just flat out fails because they're having to do so much in a game management. And it just, like Josh Heupel, for example, he's managing the offense. So he's just a terrible clock manager because of that. They'd probably air it on Nicktoons instead of Nick Jr. Maybe. It's a dadgum cartoon watching, I'll say that much. I say this as someone who lives in Birmingham and deals with the delusional idiots who don't realize Bill Clark was a modern miracle worker, getting the consistent A+ win seasons with bad resources. So are you saying that Bill Clark is just a really good coach? If that's the case, where is he at now? Why? Where is Bill Clark, actually? I legitimately do not know. I actually do not know. So yeah, okay, so that explains it. He retired from football back in 22 after the 21 season. Won the Independence Bowl, finished 9-4. Back problems. Yeah, that'd do it. He went through spinal fusion, and on the bright side, you know, he was successful. He did have a successful surgery, but yeah. I mean, he at least went out like a champion. You know, he won he won Sporting News College Football Coach of the Year in 2018. Yeah, 2018 UAB had a really good season. Had 11 wins, won the Boca Raton Bowl, finished out 11-3. Really good record. Yeah, no, that's a pretty good job right there. He also won the Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year award, and then Conference USA Coach of the Year back the year right before in 2017. Let's see. Yeah, hope his retirement's going well. That's all I can really say. Hope he's having a phenomenal retirement. That goes a long way. That's very, very important. Once you coach for a while, you know, it's just I mean, like the back issues thing. Yeah, that really sucks because I think he could have had potential in the big leagues. That's just me. He's one of those G5 coaches that I wish got the opportunity to lead some type of Power 4 program that actually gave him basic resources he didn't have to beg and plead university administration for. Yeah, I hear you there. Tyler Hill, appreciate the 5, man. Thank you. He says, just helping you out, buddy. Well, I really, really appreciate it, man. You're a real one. You're a real one. You're a mod on here, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Thought so. Yeah, appreciate it, man. You're a real one. Really, really appreciate it. Penn State has better boosters? Ooh, I don't know about that. Maybe. I think they're a little less, over the top. I mean, I will say that. I think Auburn's boosters are some of the most, insane out there. There's no denying that. Did y'all see that trailer for Toy Story 5? Yeah, apparently that's a thing now. I mean, I knew that it was in development. I just didn't know what they were actually going to end up doing with it. And now we know. It's the Leap Pad. Straight up, literally, they added the daggum Leap Pad. I don't know. I don't think there should have been another one. It sounds like a story to me that should have ended at 3, but again, Disney. So what do you expect? They'll do anything for the money grab. You know that to be the case. They should have made a Toy Story after 3. Now they're running it into the ground. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's their cash cow. It's their easy cash cow. They know that they're going to get money off of it regardless of what happens. And they're going to get money from people hating it too. Well, we got Toy Story 5, we're GTA 6. That's a good point there. Yeah, Toy Story's had a longer legacy than that. What's going on, Max? Good to see you, buddy. Why did they add a Leapster to Toy Story? Yeah, I don't know why they add the daggum Leap Pad there. It's going to spread some message like, it's bad to be on your phones all the time or something like that. It'll be one of those regurgitated plot points that's just used to, and they won't even back it up with anything. I have no idea. I think, I'll give it a chance. I was like, that would be the only fair thing to do. I have very, very low expectations because of the reputation that I've seen from these sequels, especially now that we're on the 5th one. We're on the 5th one, by the way. Worth a shot at the very least, especially with the injuries they've had at corners. Reading a comment by a urinating tree about apparently Chargers corner Asante Samuel Jr. is being signed by the Steelers. Good for him. Pixar needs to find a way to go independent. Yeah, that ain't happening. Those two need each other. So that's absolutely not happening. It would be funny, but I can assure you that it's not happening. I'm sorry, I had to go turn on my fan. It got pretty hot in here. Most movies suck right now. To me, I think it's more of just about finding the right ones. Now, here's the thing. I'm lonely. I ain't got no friends. I have no friends, so I don't really go out and watch many movies at all. Your sister good, but yeah, I have no idea what's going on, to be honest. I think she's sick, but they have a tendency of yelling around the house this time of night, and so literally, yeah. If you hear that, it's just my family yelling at each other. Yeah, 'tis how it be. Ain't nothing I can do about it. Because this mic unfortunately picks it up, A, and then B, even if it didn't, it's like the walls in this house are like paper thin. It basically, you could pick up just about anything in this house. Because like, here's the thing, okay. So my parents sleep from all the way across the hallway. If I'm speaking in like a monotone voice like this, they're still gonna hear me. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. Apparently, a lot of Pixar movie ideas were all talked during one lunch break. I'd believe it. No, I believe it. I mean, sometimes I'll have brainstorming days where, like, a lot of my videos I'll think about in, like, one sitting. Like, I did that for when Chaos ended over on the sports channel. When I ended College Football Chaos last year, I thought of, I guess, the first few videos I was going to make afterwards. And I did them in chronological order. Like the first one, of course, being the Clown of the Season video for Florida State. Then I made, I think it was the Tennessee video. Then the Miami video, Texas video. Yeah. I heard the F1 movie was great, and I really wish I got to see it. Let's see. What movies are there actually right now? Like, is there anything that's actually worth watching? What movies are there at the AMC theater? There's a new Predator out. It dropped this week. Predator Badlands. Let's see. See. Oh, yeah. They got I forgot they have the Chainsaw Man movie in theaters. That's pretty funny. Rerunning of Chicken Run, Tron Ares. 40th anniversary of Back to the Future. Private theater rental. We've done a lot of brainstorming when watching streams. Oh, yeah. Been thinking about making a Shadow the Hedgehog what if game that takes place after the dark ending of Shadow the Hedgehog. Ooh. I don't know how you're going to do that, but I will fully support you in your endeavor. That's something I do know because that does sound very, very interesting. And all those characters need is more plot development, so all the power to you, Elytron. Never saw it, though, but a person who really likes cars, I want to see it. Well, it's not, from what I know, it's not in theaters anymore. So it must be on streaming services, so just go buy it, and then I think you should be able to stream it. Thinking about raiding somebody over on Twitch. I've done it once before, but I forgore. I remember doing it once, and then I immediately forgore how to do it. I know I gotta learn how to do it. I gotta learn a lot of things about Twitch. I'm not even on the partner program yet, which I will get on that. I will get on that this week. Do you like war movies? I've seen a couple of them. I remember I watched, it was a long time ago, but I watched Dunkirk in theaters. And that I actually did really like that one. That was a fun one to watch. And then there were a couple of others that I watched, like some of the action movies. But I can't remember off the top of my head. Got your daily Chick-fil-A, buddy? Not today, no. I did have it for breakfast, but no, not for dinner this time. No, I know. Crazy. Stunning revelation even. Which means I do not have a milkshake. I did not drink a milkshake. So, no milkshake for me today. I know, crazy. Stunning revelation. Watch the Fred movie. I did a long time ago. One time, when I was a kid, it was airing on Nickelodeon. And I watched the entire thing for whatever reason. You know what we should do? We should do like a movie night in the Discord. Now it would be like one of those things to where like everybody would have to stay muted, because if everybody's talking over the movie, I think I might actually go insane. But that would be fun to do, is to do like a movie night on Discord. Warfare is a great new war movie. Is it out in theaters? I didn't see it. But there are definitely a couple of these I wanted to see. I watched, I did watch American Sniper. That's one I do remember watching, and that was last year. And that one teared me up a good bit. That was a painful one to watch. You got to watch Thanksgiving. It's such a peak movie. It's horrible, bad, trash, and everything. Yeah, thanks. That sounds stupid. So let me go ahead and check it out. Oh yeah, I can already tell this looks incredibly goofy. 43% on Rotten Tomatoes. IMDb rated at a 4.2 out of 10, 2 stars. Yeah, no, that's about to be expected right there. That's honestly generous. Again, I don't know. I don't know. May just be me. Also, I was thinking of that and then watching college football games together. Well, for the college football games, I mean, I stream that. So I can't, I can't do anything. I can't watch the college football games with you guys in the Discord. But like for anything else, like we could have like a movie night every now and then, and I could go in there and I could stream. Like we could run a poll and see what movie we want to do. Yeah, this looks awful, Max. What? Did you actually watch this? 'Cause why? 13 Hours is a great war movie. I'll take a look at that one. Squid, have you seen the movie I Want to Eat Your Pancreas? I thought that was like a 12 episode anime. I mean, could be wrong about that. When it comes to anime movies that I want to see, Weathering with You is one, and I can't remember the other. I can't remember the others, but Weathering with You is definitely one that I wanted to see. "13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi." Oh, that's what it's about. Okay. It's by Michael Bay. So that should tell you everything you need to know. What's going on, Sam? Good to see you, buddy. Some movies are so unhinged that it's hard to stay muted. This is a scary movie. Oh, did you watch that, Elutron? Scary movie. Oh, dude, I actually did see that. That was one movie I saw last year. That was so it was so stupid, but that was the point, and that's what made it funny in my eyes. No, this go around we only watched unfortunately one horror movie, and I have to remember what it was called. Yes, okay, that's what it was. It was called Slither. Came out in 2006. And it was about it was like a small town that got taken over by this plague. Turned everybody into zombies, and it created like all these weird little worm things. It was for your traditional horror movie. I didn't think it was bad. It was like it was mid. Oh yeah, okay, Alutron. A Silent Voice and Your Name are great anime movies. Oh, I did. I watched A Silent Voice, and that was another one that got me pretty worked up. There have only been a couple of movies that have actually made me shed a tear, if anything. One of them, and this is no surprise to anybody that knows me, was the Quintessential Quintuplets movie. That one did tear me up. I got worked up on that one a bit. And then, no, Silent Voice was another one. Because it was such a great story. Such a great story. Wasn't there a lady inflated in Slither? Yes, there was. Now, don't spoil the rest of it, Max. People need to go and actually watch the thing. Grave of the Fireflies is incredible, but made me feel awful for, like, days afterwards. Yeah, that's why, like, for example, there's one, right. Oh, yeah, Grave of the Fireflies. Oh, okay, I did not see it, but I really don't want to. Because, again, sad things get me worked up sometimes, and I can already tell that I'm going to start crying like a biatch during that movie. It's gonna make me look like such a pansy ass. Am I a real man? I don't know. You should watch Tusk. Horror comedy, 2014. A U.S. podcaster ventures into the Canadian wilderness to interview an old man who has an extraordinary past, and the American learns the man has a dark secret involving a walrus. What does that entail? Whatever it is, I don't know about that. What kind of DeviantArt BS is that? Quince is wildly underrated. Yes, it is my favorite anime. I know it's not the best. Neither is anybody going to agree with me, but it is my all-time favorite. It's okay to cry. You're a real one. You're a real one, young man, Connor. You're a real one. We getting Cultural Chaos this week? Yes, and you're also getting an extended... this is an extended version because I'm going to be going over the previous week as well, except I'm going to be doing it in the form of a lightning round. But yes, I will be doing a recap this week. Watch Rosemary Baby. What does this entail? A horror drama from all the way back dating to 1968. A young wife comes to... Okay, hold on. Let me just show this to you guys, because that way you can actually see what I'm looking at. Okay, so... A young wife comes to believe that her offspring is not of this world. Wayfish... That's a pretty 60s name right there. Rosemary Woodhouse and her struggling actor husband, Guy. Yep. Wayfish and Guy. Oh, you really can't make that up any better. Moved to a New York City apartment building with an ominous reputation and odd neighbors, Roman and... Okay, we don't care about the names. When Rosemary becomes pregnant, she becomes increasingly isolated, and the diabolical truth is revealed only after Rosemary gives birth. Oh, great, she gave birth to the Antichrist, huh? Max, shut up. Shut up, Max. Shut up. Buddy out here trying to say, you want to give it centipede. No. Up yours. What's wrong with you? What in the world is wrong with you? That's crazy. What's up with Max today? I don't know. We might need to throw him back in the buck chair for that one. Oh, no. Why? You just woke up? Yep, happens to the best of us. Yeah, I'm trying to think about what movies that I watched, like, most recently. Legitimately, I have not, like, seen, like, many movies over this past few months. I've watched, like, you know, like, my traditional animes and stuff like that, but, like, I haven't watched, like, any actual movies in some good time. Max needs a timeout. Yeah. Sit in the butt corner. We're upgrading it. You know, that's it. It's no longer a chair, Max. It's no longer just the chair. You're going to the corner. You're going to the butt corner. You get a whole side of the room dedicated to yourself now. Woo! Have you watched Hereditary? Let's see. I have not. This came out in 2018, so I know 100% I have not seen this. Yeah, no chance of that at all. When the matriarch of the Graham family passes away, her daughter and grandchildren begin to unravel cryptic and increasingly terrifying secrets about their ancestry, trying to outrun the sinister fate they have inherited. Yikes. Rated R. Over 2-hour runtime. Ooh, I might have to invest in that one, I'll tell you what. Yeah, no, we'll definitely have like a we'll have a couple of movie nights every now and then. It's just now we're already past October. I think the only horror movie that I'll probably watch until we actually get to spooky season again is Five Nights at Freddy's. So yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So I am very excited for the second one because I actually really liked the first. A lot of people thought it was like mid, and it was like, you know, it wasn't like the best thing I've ever seen, but I thought they did a great job, you know, putting all the story into a movie that works in theaters. I thought they did a really good job, and I'm excited for the second one. Grave Encounters is a great paranormal movie. Sinners from this year was amazing. Let's see. Grave Encounters. Oh, hell no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I am not watching that one. I am not watching that one. See, the poo-poo needs to come out the toilet, into the toilet, not the pants. So, not happening. Not gonna happen. Movie called Sinners. It's an action horror movie. Trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers return to their Mississippi hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. Ooh. Haley Steinfeld is in this movie. And so is Michael B. Jordan. So those are two really big actors. Grave Encounters was great, but for Squid, probably not. Yeah, no, I could never. I mean, I'm the guy that winces every single time, like, a super chat happens. Because, like, when a super chat happens on Squidtard Sports, I'll get the, all right! And then, like, even during, while we were watching Slither, there'd be multiple of those, like, jump scares. Like, and it wasn't even a jump scare. It'd just literally be just the music and one of those high crescendos that would do when usually there is a jump scare. And even that would have me jumping back. Dude, I have horrible reflexes when it comes to the horror movies. I want to watch Grave Encounters, then go watch it then. I'm sure it's out somewhere. When did the movie come out? 2011? Yeah, it's free on a bunch of stuff. You can get it for $3 on YouTube. Not even YouTube TV, just straight up YouTube. It's also free on Pluto, Sling, it's Roku. It's on Amazon Prime for $3. Yeah. Go watch it there. Because I ain't about to get into that. Max is his own horror movie? Yeah, apparently. I know a horror movie. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Dude, okay, so they dropped a bunch of stuff, a bunch of new stuff, like a new announcements. First of all, II is coming to the game, and I'm excited about that for sure. But, you know, they got Knights, they've got II, they've got, and Tangle and Whisper are coming to the game as well, which is cool. But I know for all three of them, there's going to be more festivals. And SpongeBob drops next week. So I get to prepare myself for yet another dadgum festival. Dude, we're doing one of these every 2 weeks now. This is ridiculous. I'm glad the characters are coming in, but take it easy on the festivals, man. Dude, my run on the, other than the fact that I was, Mr. Senator, man, which was fun. I got destroyed during the Ichiban event. That was probably my worst run when it came to a festival. That was absolutely terrible. Sinners has to be one of the best movies I watch in a while. That's coming from watching a ton of horror movies this year. Or movies in general. Yeah, no. I'll definitely give that one a shot, because that one actually looks fun. That one actually looks pretty entertaining. So happy finally got Cross Worlds, and of course, I'll play it with you, buddy. Oh, yeah, no, definitely get in on that, yeah. We'll, see... I don't know if I'll be playing it this week, but I know I'll be on for Thursday and Friday of next week, because I'm sure that's when the festival is going to be. So I'll make sure I'm going to get SpongeBob, and then we'll play we'll play the SpongeBob festival for those 2 days. Sinners is a great movie. Yeah, no, I'll definitely invest in perhaps watching it, because it looks interesting. It looks like a fun movie. I think I enjoy it a lot more than I would daggum Grave Encounters. I'll say that much, because that one just looks horrifying. That is one I do not think I'll be able to handle. Yeah, no, I don't know if I can be pushed to watch that. That's all I can really say. Who you got in Georgia, Texas? I had oh yeah. Now I remember. Yeah, Texas shouldn't even show up. Georgia's probably gonna win by like 200 points at the bare minimum. Gunnar Stockton gonna have 15 minimum touchdowns. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be an obliteration unlike we've ever seen before. Yeah, Texas shouldn't even show up. Horns down. They're gonna win by 80 billion points. That's not even gonna be close. Grave Encounters is one of the worst jump scares I've seen, if I'm remembering correctly. Hence why I am not gonna watch it. Nope, I'm good. I'm gonna pass on that. 10-7 Akron. Woo, neat. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, of course the mouse is winning. Mickey Mouse always prevails. Like, come on, let's be real here. We know Mickey Mouse is prevailing. It's just the way it has to be. Weekday Conference USA is peak football. Yeah, it's especially when it's with 2 incredibly terrible teams. Because, boy, they are bad. My goodness, they are awful. Max or Alutron, do you guys know how to raid people on Twitch? Because, in case of me shutting this thing down, I want to be, I want to raid somebody, and I don't know, I have no idea how to do it. I remember that we did it one time, but I forgot. You know how to do it, Max? Phenomenal news. Please tell me. Your VTuber looks like you were taking a shit. Yeah, no, I can make it do the funny. The funniest part for me is whenever I get up, it instantly goes right back to sleep. Look. Okay, yeah, there we go. And now I'm awake again. It's /raid then user. All right. Oh, I thought there would be way more. I thought that would be way more complicated. Glad to know. Great news. It's been a long time since I played Wizard 101. I might reclass without deleting my original Ice Wizard. Is Life a good class in later arc for solo? I'm surprised you even knew I was playing Wizard. Who told you that? Unless if you just saw my status on Discord, which is also a definite possibility. But I mean, you can do whoever you want. It just sort of depends on your preference. If you like to attack, if that's your style, then I would do somebody like Fire or Storm. And if you like defense and healing and stuff like that, then definitely like Life or Ice or even Death. Death is fun because literally the entirety of it is based on energy absorption. And if you're like me and just like everything, then you can do balance. Does that avatar? Yes, this does use a facial tracking system. That's how I'm able to move my head around and stuff like that. Now, it's not the most advanced like facial tracking system, but it does the job. It does the work. Like, and it can detect when I'm moving my head around, up and down, and if I start bouncing, it'll go, hey, you gotta do that. It's just funny to me how every time I get up, it instantly goes to sleep. But, like, even if I, like, put my head down just a little bit, sometimes one of my eyes will, like, go out. Like, see, I have one eye open right now. It's weird. I don't know. Your Discord, that's how I knew. I was about to ask you something, but, oh, yeah. You mentioned Wizard 101 a few times over the last few weeks. I did? Wow. Dude, I don't remember what I mentioned on here. Straight up. I don't remember anything about what I mentioned. You know how to raid 2, Alutron? Great. Because I'll need it. If I plan on streaming like I am, then yeah, no, I'll definitely need it. This has been fun, you guys. Normally I get on here and then I just start, getting on here and playing a game, but it's always fun to get on here and just talk to you guys for a couple of hours. And yeah, no, I had a very, very fun time tonight. I do have to, however long we go, I do have to cut it off pretty soon because I have to get back to work on dadgum recap, which I have to make sure I get caught up on that. Things are going very well on it, but we are moving, we are treading in the right direction with it. Being a Vols fan does that to you? Yeah, no. Dude, there have been a bunch of things that I don't remember ever even saying that have come up out of random. What's going on, Red Eye? Good to see you, buddy. I also got to think about who to raid. Thinking about, dadgum! Aka Scarlet's got 134 people in her chat. There's also Emsbury. I already raided Sofa Soups. I could raid him again. A lot of choices. The illusion of free choice. All fun time on here, no matter what you do. Appreciate it, good sir. Yeah, dude, these are chill. Glad you're taking some time for yourself. That grind can be a grind. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, no, but I mean, I'll definitely do my part to make sure that you guys get the content that you rightfully deserve on both channels, because I've been meaning to do this, and I'm going to make sure to at least get started on it this week. But I'm going to be making, kind of like how I did the coaching experience videos over on the sports channel, I'm going to be doing a video like that for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. It's going to take a lot of the footage from my live stream, stuff like that, and I'm going to use it for a really fun video. So stay tuned for that. Have you played Terraria recently? Yes and no. Because recently, if we're going back to the last year, I have played it a few times. But I've also been really, really busy to the point that I haven't been touching it. But I probably will get back on it at some point. I'm thinking about starting a new world and streaming on here with you guys. I was thinking about doing that in the form of a collab. Potentially, but again, I have no clue. I don't have the information on that. Very highly doubt it though. I have no idea. It'll probably just be me on my own grinding it out, because I've played a bunch of solo Terraria runs, and I did beat Moonlord on a solo. So I think if I were to run a vanilla solo, I could definitely do so. But if I do that, then I know at some point I'm gonna have to run the Calamity mod as well, because Calamity mod looks so much fun, and I really, really want to play it. Terraria is getting an update mid-December or late November. I thought it was done with the updates. I thought they weren't getting any more. It is fun yet hard. Oh, I know. That's the whole point of the Calamity mod, is that it bumped up the difficulty to insanity. When will you do the last story of SA2? Probably, if I had to take a guess, I would probably say Thursday. I would, because I didn't. The main reason I didn't play it today is because there was a lot going on, and if you guys saw last stream, then you know that the Chow Garden was having an aneurysm for whatever reason. So I've got to take some time to figure that out before I can definitively say that I can do an SA2 stream again. I've never touched Terraria in my life. Is it good? Very good. Very, very fun. And if you're a fan of Minecraft, you'll love Terraria just as much. That's my opinion. They're not the same game in any capacity, but they follow sort of the same standard. It's just once they get towards the end game or even the mid game, they differentiate wildly. They start out kind of the same way where, you got to go around the world, look for resources, get chests, go mining, all that fancy stuff. But then once you get to the mid game, everything changes, and now it's about way more than that. Now it's about, like throwing hands, fighting bosses, getting a bunch of cool gear, and it just gets incredibly insane after that, especially if you get mods. Is Sonic Unleashed good? I have to replay it to give you a definitive answer on that, because I have not played Unleashed in a very long time, and the time that I did play it, I had very, very limited experience of playing. I did not touch too much of Unleashed, but I know it is a pretty fun game. Terraria super good, goated game. Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna play it one of these days on here. I don't know when, but it definitely will happen. December 4th. I didn't tell you guys this. December 4th. Okay, that is a Thursday. It's a couple of weeks from now, but December 4th, that is the 9-year anniversary of Squidtard, and I will be doing a I don't know how long the live stream will be, but it'll be a pretty daggone long live stream, I'll say that much. I'll be running for a very long time on here, and I'll be multi-streaming on probably Squidtard Sports, and here over on the Twitch. You got to do them angler quests? Oh, I do. Yeah, I do them all the time. That's how I got, like, a lot of the gear that I got came from those quests. mainly because for whatever reason, some of the gear in there, it doesn't spawn in the regular world. So the only way that you even can get it is by fishing. And so, I remember I spent like so many days trying to grind. I think it was the Hermes boots, because for whatever reason, they just didn't spawn in my world. And so then when it was an aglet, I think. And then when I finally got it, it was the most beautiful thing ever, because by that point, I was already in endgame. And like aglet is something that you get like at the very start of the game. And for whatever reason, there was just never one in my world. And so I wasn't able to make the super duper boots. It was crazy. Crazy stuff. Agony. I didn't know what you had planned for it. I don't know. I really don't. That would be fun, though, Sam, to go back and react to some of my old meme videos. Remember, I made a bunch of videos about Uncle Lou back in the day. Dude, it's crazy that I've been on here for 9 freaking years. That is absolutely crazy. And I now just started to take it serious. I now just started to actually take it serious. I know, crazy. So really, I've been serious on YouTube for about over a year now, but I've made a lot of different content that's helped me out. But yeah, no, I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna try and get on that grind the best of my ability. I keep forgetting how cute that avatar is. Oh, thanks. You're making me blush. But I appreciate it. But good to see you, Jiffy. Getting old? Yeah. No, tell me about it. Dude, I started this when I was I started this channel when I was 14 years old, and I was I was a freshman in high school. Here I am now, about to be fully done with classes. I don't know if you guys know, I graduate in December as well. Literally a week after the 9-year anniversary live stream. That's when I graduate. Uh-oh. Are we lagging on Twitch? That might just be me. You guys tell me, are we lagging on Twitch? Again, it might just be me. But if we are, I'll have to make some changes to that. Oh, that's the problem. Internet's daggone went beep boop. That was the problem. My internet went beep boop for a second. For whatever reason, my internet is having a very hard time. Sorry about that. It's about time to close this thing down anyway. Oh, we got 8 people watching on Twitch. That's crazy. Put the orange on your grad cap. Ooh, I might. You might be onto something there. I go to get my gear, all my stuff on Thursday. I might do it. Put the little Squidtard orange on my cap. Oh. I'm thinking about it. And when I think about something, I usually commit to it. Oh boy. Ah. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I might have to do that. You actually legitimately might be onto something there. I figure you're graduating soon, just didn't know when. Yeah, I don't know. The date is pretty it's sometime a week after. A week after. I forgot the date. It's not important. You have to put your Squidtard orange on. It's a requirement. Yeah. Very huge for the program, Yo Man Connor. Pure orange squid. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to change the whole cap and gown thing to orange, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be that way anyway. Like most of that gown is going to be orange because, well, go figure. I'm graduating from Tennessee, so yeah. I don't know where I'm gonna hang my diploma though, if anywhere. Yeah, I'll have to think about that. I'll have to think. I'll have to think long and hard about where to put that. Oh my goodness! I just my orange was having a stroke because I turned around to go look. I turned around to look behind me, and my little VTuber kind of had a stroke there. He was like, basically what happened there. Do 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 do. Boy, this action battle sure is entertaining. What's the score? 10-7. What? Truly a battle of our time. Your VTuber die for a second. Also, I have to cover up your. Also have to cover up your last name, of course. Well, duh. What you mean? Yeah, no. If I actually show you guys me, like like me walking, like I'll probably show you guys pictures after it all happens. Because I did, it's a momentous occasion in my life. I never thought I'd get this far. Yeah, they're already, everybody around me is already preparing me for the real world, telling me to go ahead and prepare for a job and everything like that. So, I'm already locking in on that. 14-10, Kent State. Oh boy, Kent State a playoff team, sure. Opinion on Pantera? I think they're okay. I'm not too heavy on them. I mean, like, there are some of their songs that I do like, but I don't have them on my main playlist. But I'll probably give them another listen at some point in time because I have to. I've got to get back into listening to my music. Well, I guess we're gonna go ahead and make our way on out of here then. I got to go ahead and get to work on the recap. And with that being said, I guess I'll see if I can go ahead and set up this raid. All right. Let's see if I'm smart enough to pull it off. Probably not. Oh yeah, duh. Yeah, no. If I put my diploma on the wall, it's probably going to be somewhere off screen. For those of you guys who'd want to, contribute to the raid, get on the Twitch, because I'm going to go ahead and shut it down over here. I guess between Emsbury and Aka Scarlet, we'll raid Aka Scarlet. It's another sports VTuber. Yeah, I know, crazy. Stunning revelation. We're growing in mass and you can't stop us. Let's see if this actually works. Oh, you don't put the little thingies. Okay. That's probably what it is. There we go. Okay, got it. All right, well, yeah, no, you can hit a button to say raid now, so I'm not going to do it just yet. But yeah, that's going to do it for this stream, you guys. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you all again. We'll see y'all tomorrow. I think tomorrow, I'm thinking about doing either Serious Sam 4 or potentially giving Sonic Rumble a try, because I do have Sonic Rumble now, and I wanted to give that a shot too. So we are going to make sure to do that as well. But yeah, that's the plan. Again, I'm really bad with schedules. I meant to make one, and I just never got around to doing it because I'm stupid and dumb and stupid, and potentially really, really dumb too. A lot of which, yeah, I'm stupid, dumb, stupid, and potentially even dumb. Okay, well then, that's gonna do it for me, you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Tyler Heller, Sam Watson, Alutron, Young Man Connor, all you guys. You're all phenomenal people. How much of that is balancing the class schedule? Quite a bit of it. You'd be surprised. Yeah, no. You'd be legitimately surprised. All right, guys. Well, appreciate y'all for being on here. We'll check with y'all next time. Oh, hold on. Got to cancel the raid. Okay. All right. Let me try it again. Guys, did you guys know I'm stupid? Okay. We're going to get it this time. Is scoreboard stupid and dumb? Scoreboard. Scoreboard. Dude, I saw Scantron. I saw Scantron earlier, and that's what had me rolling. First, I got called Scantron, Squidtard. Yeah, no, it's absolutely ridiculous. All right, guys. Well, all right, now for real. I appreciate y'all for being on here. Y'all are great people. We'll check with y'all tomorrow. We'll be doing either Sonic Rumble, Serious Sam 4, one of the two. I'll let you guys know. All right, guys. Check with y'all later. Power to Tardaria! Always remember that, if nothing else. All right.
To win, you got to not lose.
You do it.